Hey, friends, welcome to the Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Sally Allen. And today we are talking about the mindset that keeps most people stuck: victim mentality. Now, don't get me wrong, and don't get defensive. I'm not talking about people who have experienced real trauma or genuine victimization. I am talking about the mental habit of approaching everyday challenges like they're happening to you instead of recognizing they're happening for you. You know what victim mentality thinking sounds like. I can't help it. It's not my fault. If only they would change. Life isn't fair. I never get breaks that other people get. It's the voice that focuses on what is wrong and who to blame and why they can't do anything about it. The thing is, victim thinking feels good in the moment because it takes all the pressure off of you. If it's not your fault, you don't have to feel bad about it. If you can't control it, you don't have to take action. If someone else is responsible, you get to be right and they get to be wrong. But here's what victim thinking actually does: it makes you powerless. I want to repeat that again. Victim thinking makes you powerless. When you focus on what you can't control, you forget what you can control. When you focus on who's to blame, you stop focusing on what you can actually do. When you focus on how unfair everything is, you miss opportunities that are right in front of you. The hard truth is, taking responsibility isn't about taking blame. It's about taking your power back. I know. Does that sound surprising? When you stop being a victim, you get to take your power back. So let's talk about how you shift from this victim thinking to ownership thinking. First things first, understanding the difference between what happens to you and how you respond to what happens to you. You cannot control everything that happens in your life. You can't control other people's decision. You cannot control the economy, natural disaster, or whether your boss is having a bad day. But what you can always control is how you react and how you respond to what's going on around you. And your response is where your power lives. The second thing is to ask better questions. Victim mentality asks things like, why me? Whose fault is this? When will this ever end? Ownership thinking is, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? What's one thing I can do right now to improve the situation? Better questions lead to better answers, and that in turn leads to better outcome. Third, focus on your 50%. The glass can be half full or the glass can be half empty. In any situation, there are things that you can influence and then there are things that you can't. Instead of spending all your energy on the things outside of your control, how about you focus on the part you can actually do something about? Maybe you can't control that your company is going through layoffs, but you can control how you prepare. You can control that by getting your LinkedIn ready because you don't know who's next, getting your resume ready, start networking with people. Think about how you can start budgeting at home. How you respond to uncertainty is what sets the outcome. And the one big thing that you can do is stop waiting for other people to change before you are happy. Victim thinking says, I'll be happy when my boss appreciates me. I'll be happy when I get that promotion. I'll be happy when my partner listens to me. I'll be happy when my kids are grateful. Ownership thinking says, I'll be responsible for my own happiness, regardless of how other people are acting around me. Stop giving people that much power over your emotional state. The reality is every successful person you've admired has faced unfairness, has faced setback, has faced challenges. The difference is that they don't get, it's not that they get lucky breaks, it's that they took ownership of their response to the breaks they did not get. They focus on what they can control instead of complaining about what they couldn't. This does not mean that you should never feel frustrated or disappointed. It doesn't mean that everything that happens to you is your fault. All it means is that once you are done feeling those feelings, when this thing happened, you get to choose what you do next. Yes, there is something called emotionally hijacked when something happens to us. When we get angry, when something unexpected bad happens, we get emotionally hijacked. And what we get to do is sit with that for a minute in that emotionally hijacked state. And it's okay. I get emotionally hijacked sometimes and I have to sit with it. I cannot think anymore. So just sit with it for a minute. Clear your mind, whatever your process is to clear your mind, and then decide what you will do next. And that choice you make after that emotional hijack state is your superpower. Stop giving your power away to circumstances. Stop giving it away to other people or things that also happened in the past. Stop making your happiness conditional on things outside of your control. And stop waiting for the world to be fair to you to start making decisions. Your life is your responsibility. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. And that's the best news you will ever hear today because it means you get to do something about it. So, friends, with that, you have a choice. You can look at the cup like it's half full, or you can look at it like it's half empty. And then you get to make the choice what you do with that. So, with that today, it's a wrap. If this episode sparks something in you, share it with a friend. And like I always say, if you change your mindset, you can change your life. So, have an amazing day and see you in the next episode.